Well, the All-Star festivities are done. It's time for the second half of the season. Let's look at the standings first. So, National League East, Phillies leading the way as they have all season. Braves are 8 behind. Marlins and everybody else really behind. 23 there. Nationals and Mets bringing up the rear. And the Central, Cardinals leading the way. Haven't had this all season, but we've started to pull away. Cubs, Reds, and Brew Crew all sitting at 15.5 back, jumbled in the middle. And the Pirates bringing up the rear, 20.5 back. You see here, we've won 7 in a row. Obviously, we played a big role in the Cubs being losers of 4 in a row. They're used to losing though, so no surprise there. In the National League West, the Dodgers, best record in the National League. No surprise. D-backs, great record, but still 7 back. Padres, 17 games back, and they're 9 games above 500. Giants in 4th. Rockies, 39 games back. Ouch, painful. In the wild card spots, you got the D-backs, Braves, Padres, Cubs, the closest team, well, Cubs, Reds, and Brew Crew. They're all 7.5 back, but you can see still no one is above 500 except the wild card team. So it makes it super, super easy to make the playoffs. Just be above 500 in the National League. That's the goal. We'll see if anyone can join here, but a lot of work for a lot of teams. In the American League East, Baltimore and Tampa just swapping back and forth for most of the season. Right now, Baltimore has a half-game lead. Blue Jays 2 games over 500. Yankees at 500. They've been kind of stuck there all season. Red Sox bringing up the rear, 15.5 back. Blue Jays losing to 5 in a row. In the Central, the Twins, they have led pretty much wire to wire. The Royals are at 500. The Guardians just dropped under, but they did win 9 in a row. And I believe they were winners of 11 of 12 games to put themselves back in contention, at least for 500. White Sox and Tigers bringing up the rear. Tigers finally last. And then in the AL West, Bo's favorite team, the Astros, leading the division, their division. The Rangers, reigning champs, 3 games back. Angels at 500, 6 back. Mariners 2 games under, 7 back. Than the A's, of course, in last place. Wild card, a little bit different in the American League. You got the 3 teams, so the cutoff will be the Blue Jays, Yankees, Royals, and Angels all sitting at 500, a game back. Guardians a game and a half back. Mariners 2 back, and the Red Sox 6. So the wild card in the American League actually looks like a race, whereas in the National League it's just jockeying for position. Stone Garrett was with the Nationals. He was traded to the Padres, and that just adds to an already good lineup. You have a batting average leader. Monasterio still batting well. Nemo, Newbar, he's going to be out for a while. You see, broken ankle, 1 to 2 months. We'll get a deeper look in just a sec. Pin, hits, Horner, leading the way in the National League. Garrett is second. Sonny Luis is third because, you know, he's a Padre now. Xander chilling down there in the 8th spot. And then some familiar faces, Freeman, Betts, Turner. Doubles, Garrett leading the way there. Triples, Mr. Acuna. Home runs, Matt Olson destroying. On his way to what looks like an MVP season, Alonso in second. See Gorman down there at 8. Couldn't get enough home runs to reach the Derby, but still. 20 home runs for Gorman, and remember, the first couple of weeks of the season, he wasn't even starting. Then I wasn't starting him against lefties, so yeah, things have really changed. Runs batted in. Olsen again, like I said, running away with what looks like an MVP season, 17 ahead of second place. You got Machado and Alonso at 69. Ozuna at 68. Duvall and Hal Riley too. So you have 4 Braves in the top 8. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Belly sitting there at 12. Wonder how many of those RBI come against the Cardinals. Stolen bases, Edman is second, but a distant second. Base on balls, Happ, no surprise, he's up there. Don't have anyone from us. Wins, though, looking at the National League. Lynn still trying to get win number 10. Maybe we'll get it tonight. We'll see. Gibson got his 9th right before the All-Star break. Kittredge in relief with 9. Kind of scary, but we'll take it. Saves. Helsley and Alvarado tied with 34. ERA, Lynn, even though he struggled of late, he sits in first. Tied for second is Miles with Yamamoto, who was a starter in the All-Star game. Miles. Yeah, Spencer Strider up there, but Miles with 2 shutouts. No surprise. Strikeouts, Ohtani number 1, Yamamoto number 3, and then you see Tyler Glasnow down there at number 6. Man. It's impressive. Complete games. Innings pitched. Man, Tyler, I completely forget that he's on the Dodgers. Could be a problem come playoff time. Ohtani sitting there, 3rd. Whip, 3 Cardinals, 4 Phillies in the top 10. That's crazy. Pitching WAR, Miles number 1. Very impressed with that. Lynn 2, Yamamoto 3. A lot of Cardinals here in the top 10, pretty much the whole rotation. And then batting WAR, even though Olsen would be the MVP, Riley and Betts a little bit higher. In the American League, Yandy Diaz leading the way in batting average. Jordan 2nd, the better Seager 3rd. Soto, Yoshida 5 for 4. Hits, Eloy still doing really well. And also you can see Eloy Jimenez was traded to the Guardians. So maybe that's going to help jumpstart Cleveland's second half of the season. That's probably a reason why they had a good run going into the All-Star break. We'll see what second half looks like. Trout doubles, he's healthy. Bobby Witt Jr. in triples. Julio, number 2. Home runs, Jimenez. He was killing it with the White Sox. We'll see what he does with Cleveland. Judge and Gunnar up there as well. Soto, Kyle Tucker, now a Cub in real life up there. Brent Rooker. Nice to see someone contributing for the A's. You got Gunnar number 1 in the American League for runs batted in. Eloy 2nd. JD Martinez 3rd. Interesting. Ruiz number 1 in stolen bases. Tucker 2nd. That's interesting. Mateo and Mullins. A lot there. Bregman and walks. Slugging percentage. Jordan leading the way and all that stuff. Burns number 1 in wins. Got a lot of guys with double digits here in the American League. Cole, he was the starter for the American League. Waka with 10 wins. Like to see that. Lugo with 10 as well. Saves, Fairbanks and Abreu tied for the lead. Matt Moore 3rd. Crazy to see an Angel that high, because that means you're winning games and not blowing them. Cole, Mike, number 2 in ERA. Like to see that. Bo, Brian Wu 3rd. Like to see that too. Cole with 5 shutouts already. Burns leading the way with the strikeouts. Cole, well, not Garrett Cole, but Ragans 2nd. Pablo Lopez, Chase. An Angel up there. Like to see that. DeGrom. Cole with 6 complete games. Leading with innings pitched as you would expect. Leading in whip, .88. Castillo and Wu up there as well. And then leading the way in WAR. Tucker and Seager leading the way in WAR for the American League. Trout 3rd, Judge 4th, Rodriguez in 5th. Looking at the Cardinals, It's been a really up and down season. Nootbaar being out is still going to hurt, but we'll do the best we can. The only guy batting above 300 is Gorman, batting above 250. He is the only one. Contreras. Arenado's kind of dipped. He was batting around 254. He's kind of dipped a little, but Goldie was batting around 210, is up to 237 now. So he's starting to really get things going. He's just 4 hits shy of 2K. And that'd be a $20 giveaway to celebrate 2,000 hits, 2,000 pennies. That's how we're doing it. It's not a lot of, in terms of batting average, it's not great. So we have one, I think we're worse in the National League. I think we're still worst overall. Hits, Nootbaar, eventually will get passed by everyone. He's still going to be out for a bit, but he was leading the way. Home runs, Gorman first, Carp second with 17. Goldie starting to find his groove, got 14. Contreras and Walker, 13 apiece. Nootbaar probably would have double digits had he not got hurt, but that's okay. Runs batted in, Arenado the only one above 50. Gorman, I assume, will hit 50 sometime soon. The way Goldie's hitting, he likely will as well. So on bases, it's really all Edman. Nootbaar's got 5. But Edman is the one doing all the work. OBP, Nootbaar. No surprise there. Slugging, Gorman. OPS, Gorman as well. Nootbaar at 851. In terms of walks, Edman has drawn the most at 31. The strikeouts, though, are the killer. Got multiple guys with 100 already, with more to come in the second half of the season. I'm pretty sure everyone on my team will easily have it. Nootbaar might avoid it because of being injured. We'll see. Goldie and Contreras with 20 doubles to pace the team. Edman with 3 triples. Rounding into double plays. Goldie, the old guys, leading the way, unfortunately, there. Something else to note. WAR, Contreras. Shocking. K, very shocking. Sitting at a really high percentage, but something that will definitely have to change is this statistic right here. Gotta go all the way to the end. Runners in scoring position, the average. This is why we love Nootbaar. Batting 400. This should be when you're batting your best. You see a lot of guys are struggling. You should see higher numbers. Polanco 306, Arenado 292. Like, this number has to be higher. That number has to be higher. Same for Contreras. Gorman batting worse with runners in scoring position than he does without is tough. That has to change. Donovan just struggling altogether. That's going to have to change too. Same with Carlson. 2 for 26 with runners in scoring position. Need those to change. Pitching wise, 2 guys with 9 wins. Lynn's been waiting forever for win number 10. At this point, I'm not even sure if he's going to get it. Buehler, only 1 start as a Cardinal, but we'll take the win regardless. In terms of saves, Helsley, 34. Though there is a concern because he's blown 6 and he's been prone to giving up home runs. So the ERA is back under 2. But I am concerned about him in the second half of the season if that trend continues. Strikeouts, Helsley, of course, leading the way from the pen. Gray with over 100, Lynn with over 100. ERA. Kittredge leading the way for the team, him and Gallego. So really nice setup guys between the 2 of them, both sub 1, 1.5, 1.3, however you want to define it. Whip, also good. Helsley and Kittredge, a sub 0.9 whip. And some guys that are just right above it. We'll take that. Quality starts, Miles with 12. No surprise that he would lead the team in that. Incomplete games and shutouts. Holds, Gallegos and Romero. Kittredge would have more if we didn't bring him in so much with the game being tied, but he gets the job done. So at the end of the day, I'll take what I can get. And then Miles and Lynn leading in pitching WAR, out the pen. Kittredge has the highest. Love to see that. And then just looking at the schedule for the rest of the month. 6 road games coming up. We'll knock some out right now. The Braves for 3. Bueller again. Miles against Chris Sale, my offline franchise nemesis. And then Elder against Lynn. So Lynn trying again for win number 10. Then the Pirates for 3. The Nats at home. And the Rangers at home to end the month of July.